Hello, everybody, and welcome to. Hello, I'm Charles.
I was hoping that Charlie would sound like this. Still British,
that's
but like
Hector,
he's
man.
worked down the docks for a while. You know, I was actually like almost considering asking if I was gonna play all of the VI, and I would have been okay with that. Because then you would have had hello, this is Icarus. I need some help down in the cargo. All right, Charlie's on the move, coming down to help. Anyway,
why would Charlie not be the gunner with that voice?
it's good. Well, as you can see, they have multiple.
Because I would throw him out
They
the
have
airlock.
at least 3 skills each. So who knows?
All I'm saying is Charlie sounds like an orc with that voice.
That could be my orc voice if we were playing 40k. Yeah. Anyway,
Hello, I am Charles.
hello, Charlie. I am Icarus.
I am known as Charles. What is the password?
I'll give password. Does the same one work, or I have to do another one?
Different one. Different VI.
Cool. I didn't know if it was the same for like just a beat boot for the same thing or what.
Okay.
I'm better this time by a factor of 1.
Ooh. Ooh, is that a factor?
I don't know what factor means anymore.
So he says.
Yes.
So he says, authorization granted. I may now be referred to as Charlie. Would you like to change my designation to Charlie?
It said Charlie on the box.
To which box are you referring?
Your box. Your ship has been removed from commission due to an accident. This has already been relayed to the Alliance military. We now have a chance to be put to use on my ship. What is your skill set?
I am a personal assistant VI. My purpose is for aiding in the communication with all forms of life throughout the Citadel and beyond the Citadel accepted races. I am to assist in communications with them.
So he's a wanker, okay.
Wow. Good to know, Charlie. We will keep in touch.
He collects dust.
Boop. And then, like, literally,
Throw
like,
in the
just
machine out
probably
the airlock,
sits in the
Commander.
room and just be like, Charlie's useless.
I would have says literally Control Alt Delete wipe file.
It's like, this one we might just clean this one. And then I'll go to Hector.
So you go into Hector. I'm no good at those form of accents, but it's actually going to be like a Central American sort of accent. And Hector is going to say more or less like, "Hola, I'm Hector."
Hola, amigo.
I mean, I could do an accent. It's just super racy.
Yeah, you can do the accent. Are you
Probably.
allowed?
Well, the thing is, the super racy accent, it's accurate though.
There's nothing wrong with doing an accent as long as accents are accents.
Yeah,
I do them all
For
the
sure.
time.
That's my mentality.
You have to talk very quick and you'll know. Talk with the microphone.
Hola, Hector.
It's just the phrases.
I
Like,
am.
If you're
Icarus.
saying things that are bad while doing the accent, that's where it becomes a bad thing.
That's where it becomes just not
Yeah.
good.
Oh, sorry, you were saying.
Hola, Hector. I am Icarus.
Your decryption? Like,
Beep boop bap.
hola, Icarus. Could you please provide authorization to
Deep.
access granted? How is it that I may be of service to you?
More or less the same thing. I just ask what he's good at.
I am an assistant. I'm an assistant VI in engineering and research on the shit. What's the name of the ship again?
Goliath.
Oh, Goladad.
It's
Goliath.
taking too long to load up.
It's the Goliath.
Thank you, the Goliad. So I am assistant of engineering and research in the Goliad, However, I am also adept in handling medical procedures if need be.
Carmine
Well-
smothers under his breath. I don't like him.
Well, Hector, we may have some uses for you in the future. And then I'll turn him off.
Uses like...
We will call you back in
basically
6
say,
to 8 weeks.
Vivian can be a useful co-pilot for you. Hector might be the best to be placed in the box. Assuming that I can upload Vivian basically to the ship's computer.
Oh, no. I mean, you
No?
need to replace the current ship's...
To replace the
VI with
current ship VI.
that. Ooh.
Would that be an engineerable thing?
I would say yes, but I'm going to say it's going to take no money. It's just going to take work to be able to
sure.
to reprogram it to do so. Absolutely.
I think that's a good idea. We probably should put old Hector in first.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll put in Hector.
Put in Hector.
So you want to actually plug him into the box?
Yeah, that was the role you did earlier.
Okay. So you do that. You plug Hector into the box, and all of a sudden comes online and says, "Systems malfunctioning." You know, in his accent. You know, systems malfunctioning. Systems malfunctioning. Sensors malfunctioning. Correction. This is the wrong chassis. This
is your new chassis.
This model
It's my
of the
old
was-
chassis.
And every time it goes to speak and you interrupt it, it's like a quarter-second delay, and then of course it stops because it's receiving commands. It's like, your old chassis is my new chassis. This VI was specifically I believe you are currently in the chassis of the model that I was designed to function at highest function and brains
Highest
not
capacity.
words.
You are
Efficiency?
correct.
Highest efficiency. Thank you.
You are correct.
I'm going to be in suboptimal efficiency in this and effectiveness in this chassis.
In this ship, you will be moved from chassis to chassis. You will perhaps often be in this chassis when needs be.
Can VI have existential crises?
Yes.
But you can be of usage on this ship, assisting with engineering and our medical facilities.
I do not advise or find it wise to have me operate on somebody without any form of manipulation of individual
I agree
digits.
with the robot.
Oh, I've done it before with that body. It'll be fine. And just sort of like tap him on the side. Be like, of course, I can always just delete you if you don't want to live.
Wow.
As he's like leaving.
No. It's like, VI do not live. Deleting might be more optimal.
Oh, well, okay then, Mr. Sassy Pants. All right, let's plug Vivian in.
So you just like rip the thing out. It's like, you know,
No, I just
squirt of
leave
oil
him.
is-
I just leave him there. I'm just walk off.
Okay. Where you go try to plug Vivian into the computer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna take some time. Like not
Yeah.
today.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So you guys more or less spend those 2 days kind of working on that.
So
sort
I'll
of stuff.
probably keep Hector like turned off until he's needed.
Mhm.
The plan was to keep him around, and that was what Eichler said he'd do. But then turns out he didn't like them, so they're turned off for now. And yeah. So that's very much how it goes.
It's like, oh, Alliance VIs are so dumb. Like, I need some better ones.
He might try and upgrade them to have more personality in the future.
Yeah.
That might be his next personal project, is to just tinker with their brains.
And that's
This is gonna
how
get dark, isn't
Death
it?
Rebellion started.
No, it's not dark. It's robot on robot vivisection.
Okay. That
Yeah,
sounds
sure.
a little kinky. So anyways, you because obviously when you're dealing with Citadel VIs, ones that aren't specifically made by one particular race or generally favored by Solarian or Asari creation, those tend to be the smoothest and best ones. Humans are still coming along. So moving on. So you get your way to the 2 days pass, and eventually she does reach out to you guys again, or it's just shy of 2 days, like a day and a quarter, day and a half. She does reach out to you. You know, I get the a
We're
message.
we're just gonna skip over the planet side, like, oh, have you seen this face before? Because
Yeah, Rick's plan was to go to the planet during this downtime.
Oh,
to
I'm
ask-
so sorry. You actually wanted to go planet side.
That's why I
That's
mentioned,
why you mentioned
we were gonna
planet side.
do that.
I'm so sorry. I thought you were actually waiting until you got word back from here. Okay, so
Waiting?
the name of the planet. Yep, the name of the planet is Zawin. So you make your way down to the planet. So it's very easy for Sid to and land the vessel in Zawin. Sure, there's rocky areas and da-da-da, but you can easily find places. Do me a favor, run me a quick scan check to find out where like the best place to probably land is.
That's me. Shit.
yeah,
There the B. There the B.
We're all gonna die.
So you do a quick scan of that included your +2s and everything.
No, it never includes the +2.
It's not.
I just forgot to add the +2.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So, it's a
So it
9.
didn't.
okay, good. So that's actually a 9 then.
I mean, you can check it, and it'll tell you if I've added a modifier.
So when you make your way down there, you do use the scanner so you can check around and see what the what's going on. My apologies, my brain just stopped working for a second there. So you do fly around and look to see where you can get signals of actual peoples being inside facilities and whatnot down there are. You actually are able to find out there are about 7 different mining facilities that have existed there beforehand. Only 3 of them are currently functioning at the moment. Based off of what your readings you're getting, all 3 of those are currently mining palladium right now. And so, looking around, you do also find there is near the sites for the actual mining. So most of the miners are going to live within that facility, but they usually also have like an off facility base for like drop off transport ships, like pick stuff up and deliver stuff, so on and so forth. And usually even like a housing unit there for those that would like to. Sometimes you just need to get away from the drilling and whatnot for a couple of days, and so they do have those kind of things outside. Going around and trying to ask people, we'll just bring you to one of the first mines. It doesn't matter which one it is. You guys fly your ship over. You communicate with them, like, oh, who is this? Oh, we're here for blah, blah, blah. And so you land. It's no hardships whatsoever. It's the frontier. There's no issues with just landing your vessel. So when you land, you guys are all suited up, and you do go to leave to interact with those that would typically live in the mine. So as you come out of your vessel, nobody like greets you at the base of your ship or some shit like that. You actually have to go up to like where the box, the container of a portable building is. And you go up to the one that's clearly the office, and deet, 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 and they're like, oh, more or less come in. You go in, airlock opens up, and as you guys go walking in, it's literally one person inside of there. She's sitting in there. She has a desk where she's clearly doing a bunch of paperwork. It's funny I say paperwork because it's all digital, but she's working on it. And when you guys come walking in, she kind of stands up and says, name's Sarah, because that's a person. Name's Sarah. How can I help you out?
Hi, name's Carmine. We're investigating an incident in the area, and we were hoping that someone on the planet here might recognize this particular face. And I like beep boop boop, and I like show the face.
Ikola sort of tried to get the capture of him looking as smug as possible in a moment.
She looks at the person. She checks out. She's like, I am not familiar with this face, but what is this in regards to?
There was an Alliance ship close to here that got assaulted by a small, fast vehicle that then boarded and took people hostage.
Okay, so this is piracy. And this is how nearby? Was it this system or just this sector?
It was like a few hours away or something, wasn't it, in space?
It's always 6 hours to get more or less from celestial body to celestial body. So it's literally this solar system, 6 hours.
Yes, it happened in this solar system, and that is why we figured asking the locals for any known crime people might be a decent lead to follow up on.
So are you here on Alliance? You here by Alliance order?
Unofficially. We are helping the Alliance with this, yes.
Is this like a bounty hunter sort of a thing?
Not bounty hunter, but there are people's lives at risk here. So any information that we can find out might lead to the saving of a bunch of people.
Oh no, of course, saving the. I'm just, it's one of the. I gotta ask questions because how do I know you're not the pirates? You know what I'm saying? I'll look into that. Hold on. And she goes over and she takes the image and she actually will upload it into her computer and have it like run across. More or less, she's doing like a system-wide check against all of the cameras that they have there because obviously this is a business and so they have security footage. Da 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 da. And so she's like, that's actually going to take a few hours time for that to completely run its course. We of course don't have the same quality processors we were if we were on one of the more core worlds. It's kind of a small container. This is my office. Do you mind if I just reach out to you when it's done handling itself?
That's acceptable.
You were gonna. Did you raise your hand?
Yes.
Oh.
Sid kind of raises her hands like, could I get your docking records?
No, but why?
Because they had a ship.
They did. Is there something that you'd like me to look into for you?
Well, if we can find in your docking records the exact match or shape of the ship, we're not going to get the trace of the ship because it was a stealth ship, or we think it was a stealth ship. But if we can actually get docking records or anything like that, connect 2 and 2, look for matches.
Sure. Why don't you just forward me the information pertaining to the ship? And of course, we don't have the means to scan everything across the entire planet. It's a large world. It's a small operation, right? But we do, of course, have satellites set up that do pick up signals of ships flying to and fro and what we can. Why don't you send me that information? I'll also run a cross-reference. But this, of course, will slow things down by a little bit.
Sid looks at the other two. It's like, do we? All right. Sid sends the info.
Okay.
Might as well.
This will slow things down. I imagine it'll take more than just a few hours. Do you mind? Again, I will reach out to you as soon as I have the info.
We will be around.
I'm not concerned about that at all. And so you guys go, and do you intend to head to another one of the facilities?
I want to see if I can pick up a bit of Omnigel.
Sure. I would actually say that you would have been able to grab some at the armory if you wanted to. I will give you right now 5.
Cool.
You have 5 Omnigel.
That is perfectly acceptable.
Messages. I don't trust this person. Over their secure group chat.
Then why did you give them the information on the secret stealth ship? Winking emoji.
Just saying, we don't have much to lose.
They might be dead now.
Isn't that a good thing?
No, as in, that woman is probably going to die because that person's going to find out that they now know about them.
I'm okay with that.
Oh, okay then. Winking emoji.
The idea here is that if we find them, we take them out. So then nobody else will be in danger anymore for knowing who they were.
Exactly.
That is a much more chivalrous mentality.
Well, no, if they murder someone planeticide, that means they had to have docked, which means we can find their ship, or at least the records of their ship.
That's less chivalrous, but it's up there.
It's more practical.
It's very
Pragmatic planning. We don't need Constantinia. We can plan just the 3 of us.
We can kill people on our own.
We're on the sides. All right. And then we play backgammon on the ship.
I was going to say, do you wait or do you want to reach out to one of the other mining facilities?
Are they all for the same company?
No, they are not. They are competitors.
Yes, then? I was like, look at this is Rick's idea.
Okay, there you go.
But sure.
So you guys do more or less the same thing, heading over to one of the other facilities. This time is very, very, very similar because even though they're very different companies, the equipment that you're going to use is pretty fucking similar. So same idea. You should go to the office, and when you're in there, this time it's a much, much, much older gentleman that's sitting there. Is probably in like his mid 80s, which is like a nowadays late 50s, early 60s, like getting close to retirement sort of a thing.
He's getting too old for this.
Yeah, because they retire probably around like 95ish in this time frame. So anyways, you go up to the person. So you go into the room, and as you guys come walking in, he's like, oh, you're an outfit, aren't you? Privateers?
Not really. We're investigating an account of space piracy on the behalf of the Alliance.
Oh, so you're looking for pirates. You ain't the pirates yourselves.
We're pirate hunters.
Look at that. Here I was thinking that you were coming in and asking for a safety fee or something like that.
I mean, we would accept one.
I nudge Sid. It's like, no.
What?
That was a joke.
All right, so there's pirates in the area. What you looking for?
I show the face.
Okay, takes it.
Do you recognize this man?
I mean, honestly, he looks like pretty much every young pirate smug asshole.
Yes.
He's rather smug, actually.
Yeah. No, again, they all look the same, right? So, I'm not very familiar with them, no, and just hand you back like the data pad.
Can I scrutinize him?
You wrinkle your nose.
No, I can't do like an insight.
Perception, charisma.
Cool. This is gonna go horrible. But I did it anyway.
Okay.
I mean, Sid could do it.
You gain nothing. Go ahead, Sid. It's a much better roll. Sid, what you're getting off this guy is you honestly think that that he cares, but he doesn't. You know what I mean?
He's getting too old for this.
Yeah, it's just, it's another pirate incident. Another group of bounty hunters.
Yep.
Time to leave then.
Yeah.
So you guys more or less just like accept that as it is and just try to leave?
Yeah.
So,
Sid's gonna ask for docking records if they want to release it.
Oh, docking records. Ooh. Hell. If it, I got, yeah, sure. And he actually goes over and will, kind of like copy over a data file for you and just gives it to you and says, yeah, happy hunting.
Thank you. Hey, have a great day.
Have a good day.
And as you guys are like leaving and the doors close into the airlock, he's like, that was easy. like, oh. And so you guys can walk back out into the planet.
Sid doesn't even check the docking records. It's just, yeah, no, I think the other person was hiding something.
They're just humans.
No, humans are assholes and they hide things.
There's no reason why they've got anything to do with anything.
Why did this guy give the docking records so easy and the other one was cagey?
Because it's corporations. I can do a quick check and figure out every rule and regulations and why he just is about to get fired for his job and she isn't. Humans need their jobs to survive. Their culture is based around something called money, which means they have to buy their food and goods, which means they need to work for their food and goods. More or less, they're doing their jobs.
No.
Well, Sid, if you like, we can always go back once they hit us up. Or, at the end of the day, if they don't hit us up, which would also be suspicious, and then you can scrutinize them all you like and see if they have anything to hide.
Would you guys like to go to the third location?
I mean, at this point, we might.
We've got time to kill.
At this point, we might as well, right?
Yeah, right. So you go to
Might as
the
well
third
planet
one.
hop.
You go to the third one. As you more or less go there, same as before, you get the permission to dock or whatever. You go up to the office. You go to just kind of open, and you go. Bah, bah. Doesn't open.
I knock.
Like a loud, like, tang, tang,
Metal,
tang.
metal, right?
Yeah. I love it. That's awesome. So it's like a tang, tang, tang on the door. Finally, you get a, what?
We're pirate hunters.
And I'm busy.
And we're investigating an account of space piracy on behalf of the Alliance.
Oh, for the
Right
love
in
of...
this solar system.
You literally hear like, oh, for the love of... And it like cuts. And then like, dick, dick, bing, turns
I
green.
think they're happy to see us.
Conrad's like, I'm very charismatic.
You guys go in the first door, it shuts. Second door opens up. You go walking in. The person doesn't even stand up to greet you. He's like in his like late 30s, early 40s. He looks annoyed as shit. You know what I mean? It's like,
On a scale of 1 to pirate guy, how smug does he look?
he's you know, smug.
Probably
He's
me,
up there.
Yeah.
because I have a constant sense of smugness.
I mean, he has a constant sense of aggravation with like, you know, very smug overtones.
Eh,
And a hint
Basically
of
go
arrogance.
through the same gestures as like, we're investigating this. Here's his face. Have you seen this face?
Is there a reward for this?
There might be,
Oh,
if we catch him.
what's my take?
It depends if we catch him. We will actually take your name for when we do catch him, if you give us information leading to his capture, death, or arrest.
What's my take?
Well,
None. They're trying to beat around the bush, but it's nothing. You don't get nothing. We're hunting pirates. We're not a charity.
Completely understands. I'm familiar with not being a charity. Have a good day.
Good day.
I'll go and take with you.
I go back in the airlock.
Say, Ikelis walks out and then punches a hole through the. Have a good day. Obviously, it's carbon dioxide and freezing. Like,
Yeah.
I think Sid's going to stand there and like try and sweet talk the guy to actually giving information.
so Ikelis
I mean,
goes
I
to the
would, but
airlock.
I'm not the
Carmine,
social person here, so...
Carmine
I'm
starts
definitely
walking
staying as
towards
well.
the airlock, and you see Sid standing there and probably turns back. Sid, what do you say?
Sid just, over the group chat, I'll catch up.
No, I'm
That's
staying
not
if
how
that's the case.
airlocks work.
Ikelis standing in the airlock by himself as the door closes. Like, do I open it back up? Beep. Steps back in. Good, Sid.
He has new programming. We're needing to lower his aggression levels. But yes, there will most likely be a small reward. Don't ask me how much it is. I'm not a money person. He's not a money person. We're not money people.
The Alliance will most definitely reward us for this, and we can always see to it that you get a share of the cut.
I'm confused. You're pirate hunters that aren't into money? Do you do it
No,
for
no,
the
no.
sheer
As
joy?
in, we don't deal with the money. We get the money.
Huh.
We're not the ones that divvy it out,
Ah,
which is why we need your name, etc., etc.
okay. So you're looking for pirates in the area.
Yes.
Specifically one.
Specifically one pirate in the area. All right. Where do we go
This
from
guy.
here?
Show him the face.
He takes it, looks at it. Don't know the guy.
Can I?
Can I
he's lying.
scrutinize him?
Of course. It's one of those things where both of you guys think that he's just being too quick. Like, it's like, there's being too quick because he's an asshole, and there's being too quick because he's being too quick intentionally. And it's kind of like you think it's on that teetering edge, like you're not sure. He might be hiding something. Just the way he said it, it was almost like he plans the response. But like, why? Did he plan it for because he's annoyed, or did he plan it because he needed to?
Does he have any cameras inside this building?
Yep, of course. It doesn't overlook
a shame.
his paperwork. It's like from the far side. There's one that looks into the airlock as it opens. There's one like more or less kitty cornered around from that one that looks across like the rectangular office space towards like his desk. I mean,
so there's no blind spots or anything.
I mean, technically speaking, if you stood directly beneath the two cameras, it'd be a blind spot, but it'd be pretty obvious that somebody is no longer visible. So, like, they won't see what gun you're using, but they'll see that the person they could see is used the gun.
I mean, I've got like 4, so.
But.
Yeah. Carmine just types on like our secure group chat. It's like, I think he's hiding something.
So you want me to hack him?
It's like in front of the guy.
I try to do it. I mean, I'm fiddling with the files, so I try to like, I'm like transferring the file and like telling the Icarus like he's hiding something, hack the cameras.
It's not real life where you sit there having a conversation with somebody and all of a sudden you pull out your cell phone and go.
But it is around, you go, but it is Mass Effect.
Exactly.
Mass Effect. It's a giant.
Everyone is always
That's
doing.
Why I'm saying it's not like that at all. It's not like you know, 3 of you are having a conversation, one person pulls out the cell phone and one person's phone's like, oh yeah, and then it's like, you've got mail.
Yeah, I was actually watching something recently where it was almost in between that and Mass Effect, where you know they just totally were sort of doing that.
Yeah. But anyway, so and that's every group of teenagers walking in the middle of a street. So you
as the old man.
Yeah. So I love it if I like go to a mall or something and I just see a girl walk by and she's like pulls out her phone and she's like, and then keeps walking, like never slows down. Like, did you just duck face selfie at a mall? Like,
that's what I do.
Is this exciting?
I send it to my girlfriend because it annoys her.
I was gonna say, Frank, for you it's funny because it's ironic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I were to do something like that, it's clearly ironic. But like, I'm like, oh, people do that all the time. It's normal breathing.
So I'm gonna try and hack this guy wirelessly, if possible.
Sid's gonna essentially run a distraction while Icarus is doing it. Make sure
he's not looking at his computer screen as like in a movie. It just like starts popping up windows.
And if like an alert or something pops up, like she can at least warn Icarus. So do you have do we have your docking records or?
So what you're going to do is you're going to engage the person in conversation to distract them. This is going to be a talk charisma check. Icarus, you're going to be hacking, which is your decryption check.
I'd like to re-roll that.
Oh, you can!
Is this a new day?
As I said, don't forget part of Pool of Luck. This is definitely, this is the next
I thought
day.
so.
Yeah.
Cool.
Re-roll is a 13. The exact opposite.
Wow.
So more than double, right, Sid? So anyways,
Crazy.
So Icarus, you unfortunately during this period of time of Icarus trying to maintain conversation with this person's like just not helpful at all, aren't able to hack into the computer in that short period of time. Maybe if you had like more time with that check, you'd be able to, but not that short period of time. You guys are welcome to try again. You know what I mean? Sid, continue distracting. Carmine, are you going to start assisting, kind of like picking up what they're doing?
Yeah.
So Sid's just going about the routine, same as before. What do you add? Like, what different angle or dynamic do you add to try to lend aid to Sid?
Probably like semi-assertive, half like starting to get to threatening. Like I starting to hint at him like I think he's up to something, and I would like him to start cooperating, or I will become very unhappy. Is this
with like a physical nature, body language, where like walk over to the desk, like hands on the desk, leaning in, or is this like how is?
Yes, just subtle for now.
Okay.
But definitely like trying to impose myself and trying to show off all the guns that I have.
Mm-hmm. So,
I have many.
Welcome to the literal gun show. Like, you know.
I've got guns. I've got cannons. I've got.
No, you don't. You're like a 10 strength. So, Sid,
12 now.
Roll me your talk again, and then Icarus is going to roll me your decryption. Don't forget, you guys have PPOL. Don't forget that.
God dang it.
What the fuck? What kind of computer system is this?
It's like just a typical corporate computer system.
So does it links to an external database? The cloud network.
So this one, it does. However, just like any, I don't know if you've in real life Ollie ever worked with for a corporation or whatever, but they usually have what's called an intranet. So it's all like an internal network that then also has an external connection.
So
most of it's going to be internal.
Am I having issue decrypting it or finding information in it?
The issue was hacking through the firewall to get in. That was all.
Okay. Then I will use I use effort as an action.
Sure. There you go.
To just decrypt it, and then is this a whole thing happening as basically an action in combat?
Effectively, why?
Because I have another thing I want to do as an action afterwards.
Please go right ahead.
Well, then I want to query data the internal database for anything to do with this person.
That's perfectly fine. So we have to retaliate to the fact that more or less Sid's trying to be distracting me. As all of a sudden the firewall.
It would just speed it up instead of having another roll to look. It's just like, oh, I know.
So the firewalls are going go down, and you're able to slip into the system. But then, as you can see, like as you're kind of like flipping through the files, you don't realize like part of like your query data more or less just kind of like ripped through it. It's actually opening windows and stuff like that in the computer just because you kind of like try to rip through it quickly. This is where like all of a sudden the guy kind of like you can see from where you are, Carmine. Because the two of them are very distracted. You can actually see, like, the colors on the screen are changing. You know, like, we're all actually sitting with one another. If my computer goes dark or lights back up, you can actually see it on my face. That's what you're seeing on this person across from you, right? So, all of a sudden, he kind of, like, his attention turns away from Sid talking to him and, like, goes to look at the computer to, like, see what's going on. How do you react to that? This is you lending aid.
I basically tap on, like, the desk to, like, make a sudden like noise or movement and try to like distract him and like startle him a little bit.
Sure. So you're just more or less trying to do the same thing as Sid is. It's like a mild distraction. So this is also going to be a top charisma check.
Oh dear.
I was gonna say if Sid sees him like turning around, hey, are there any bars?
It's not turning around. It's more of like eyes shifting down to the side.
Well, you know, look, he's turning. Oh, well, that works.
So you're more or less just like, hey, listen, why don't we blah, 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 blah. Just more or less throwing your little line right there. Actually, you do get his attention off of it. Icolas, you're ripping through the files like super fast processing. Are you actually using the computer processor?
Yeah. The way I'm imagining it is basically the first two processing, which these are my first two processing, are the offshoot processors, and then it's the body. So for now, I'm not worrying.
Okay. So I was gonna say, so you're not doing that, right? But Sid, you might be seeing a heat spike in the computer. So you're ripping through the files, and actually you're able to compile a ton of information. Obviously, you can't like unpack all that right here, right now, but you are wicked smart. So to give you the information that's important, you do find out that this particular company actually ran 3 of the 7 mining facilities. 2 of them have shut down because the mines have more or less gone dry, and this is one of the ones that currently exists. You're able to find out that the cameras that are over at the other mining facilities have been shut down sometime in the past 2 years or so. But you're also able to find out that there has been a transference of funds from more or less kind of like searching through the intranet and whatnot. Intranets that lead to extranets always leave like a paper trail. Filing through that paper trail, you're actually able to see there's been uploads to his own personal bank account in decent sized sums that have nothing to do with the company's payings to him or any of the other typical ones that have existed in a long history of his bank accounts prior. Kind of like ripping through all the files and finding out all this information inside of there.
Cool, great. I will stop and then put it back to his like desktop. I'll actually. This strikes me as the dude who watches porn, so I'll leave some porn up.
Leaves the audio
Like
on.
Carmen
also in
asked
the
you
back.
to.
Yeah, like you know, like, oh shit, did I leave that on? Sort of situation. And then Icolas finds pornography very amusing. It's a lot of people squirting fluids into other people. It's very enjoyable, just as a concept. And I'll just walk out again.
I don't
back into the
understand
airlock.
why these biological creatures like doing such unsanitary acts.
They make
It's
such
so inefficient.
strange noises. You can walk into the ship one day, like this is like, no, don't. I'm watching it for research. Trying to understand you people more.
All right.
But-
Scientist, I get it. It's fine.
Icarus is the one that has 500 monitors on one wall, all on different porn videos of the same in particular actor or actress. Just be like, I want to understand this person's methodology.
Icarus may be falling in love with a porn star.
They're
Who knows?
He's learning more and more about tentacles every day.
It's Volus porn. Let's be serious. Yes.
Well, they're still in the suit. Again, I guess they've gotta be.
It's porn. It has to be taboo. Moving on. Moving on.
Did you turn off the cameras like Carmine mentioned when he is like, hey, hack the cameras? Or are they still on?
Why did you mention that?
Because Carmine figured like we can have a much better talk with this guy when the cameras are off.
Oh, if you wanted me to turn off the internal cameras, sure, yeah, I would have done that.
Yeah, cool.
Because I don't
If
think
it was
Icarus
controllable
intended to
with you.
share that information with you quite just yet. So
No, I was gonna,
Yeah.
basically put it back on the ship first.
So the cameras are off. You guys have been bullshitting with him back and forth for a little while. And more or less, you weren't able to get anywhere with him. But go ahead. So cameras are off.
Cool. I imagine you let us know. It's like
I'll let you know the
now
cameras
fine.
are off and I've got what you get a little like bitmoji of a little hacker man. You get like a GIF from Mr. Robot on your in the.
Do you get like
group chat.
the spy guy in a trench coat and like sunglasses on and a
Yeah.
fedora?
Yeah, Icarus likes GIFs and stickers.
I whip out my shotgun.
Okay.
Oh shit!
You pull out your shotgun.
Yeah.
He looks at the barrel of the shotgun, and says, "That's an alliance weapon."
And you're not playing straight to me.
This is an alliance approved operation.
Yes, but the weird funding that you've been receiving from...
You don't know about that.
Oh,
I
don't I?
didn't share that information. That's what I'm saying.
I haven't. It was a lot of information. I could not have shared it with you in a way you could have glanced at your Omni tool and got it all in 5 seconds.
Eichel is like a supercomputer, like processed a fuck ton of information and just compiled it. Is compiling a way.
I
to
just
explain
turned
it.
off the cameras and told you that I got the information.
In Eikelus's
Oh, right.
head, it's just numbers and stuff like that right now. And code.
Yeah, no, if I didn't know that, then, I wouldn't have any basis to threaten him and I wouldn't have pulled out my shotgun like that.
Okay.
You'll have to come back.
But
and
did you
threaten
still
him
want to do
later.
the frank conversation? Or are you good?
No, I think, like, we're good to leave it then. For now.
I just realized that Frank is the kind of person that typically has frank conversations.
Unfortunately,
And
it's true.
I appreciate how
My
awesome
frankness.
that is. Yeah, like that's that makes me happy.
You appreciate how frank I am. I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, frankly,
Ollie doesn't appreciate you though. But to be fair though, it's because he's jealous of the ability to grow a beard. So
I am jealous of Frank's beard. That is a documentable fact.
I mean, that is good beard material. That is beard goals right there.
Yeah.
I mean, even though it's sloppy right now, beer, you can still see the wonderful. hand.
we've seen it cropped. And
Yeah.
we've seen it creeped.
Exactly. You have nothing to prove to us anymore.
Oh, I'm not proving it. I'm just showing off.
Yeah. So so you guys leave. You head back to your ship, and do you even get all the way back to the ship before Icarus explains things?
Well, I imagine I could just sort of explain it into your suits while you're going. That basically, it's like he's been getting paid by the bad guys in secret. I can't quite tell why though.
Your base of operations.
Or he's
Yeah, they had three
materials.
facilities. They had multiple facilities here, right?
2 of them are no longer operational, no longer have working camera links. So they would make good places to hide a small ship.
Convenient.
That is convenient. I imagine we can figure out where I can use this information to know where they are.
You can know where the 2 facilities are.
Yeah. Does this mean we're going to poke around at them, or should we fly up and maybe do some more focused scanning?
We could walk back in and put a gun to his face and get him to talk.
That will more likely just spook him, and honestly, he's probably already fairly spooked. Like
Fair point. All right. I think we should head back into orbit then and scan these facilities, see if we can find out anything more about them. Any signatures, life signs, that sort of thing.
And then that's what we'll do.
Okay.
Wait,
So
is there also a planet in this system that you're not supposed to land on?
yes, there is.
Okay. So it's just going to throw that information out there. It's like, oh, they could be using this. Especially according to the video, they don't like aliens. So, what better
That
base to
sounds-
have than to desecrate one of their worlds?
That's fairly unrelated to the intelligence we just received, but it might be.
I'm
Who
just
knows?
saying if we don't find anything
It's a
on
good backup
It's
plan,
worth
but
scanning the planet.
yes, but what we have here is actual facilities and a
yeah,
very good hideout
this is
location and
in case-
everything.
they're not there. It's
It's a good
for
backup
sure.
to keep in mind.
Okay. So you are making your way to your ship, going up and flying into space, and can start scanning to better get it, even just upper atmosphere. Start scanning
yeah.
for these facilities a little bit better. Ollie, just one check is good to scan both of them. Don't forget your modifier.
I'm not forgetting my modifier. Who would do that?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna put one more processing for that check.
Thank you very much,
I
sir.
ain't gonna go crazy.
So it's a nice 12. So
Yeah, it's a
while
nice-
you're scanning both of those facilities, you can see that both those facilities do actually have some amount of power online to them, keeping life support and stuff like that on. But there's no mining, there's no drilling, there's no this, that, or the other thing. But both of them certainly seem like they could pull off that way. However, just to kind of like round out that train of thought, because you're still waiting for the response back from Rebecca, is you actually see checking the other two facilities that are empty. They're in a similar state as well.
So it seems that when they leave one of these mining stations out of usage, they basically keep auxiliary power running. More or less, it is solar or nuclear engines that there is no reason to not have them running. They can run fully automated in case they do need to return for whatever reason. Unless we get closer and can look for heat signatures or life signs, there's really no way to tell that these are being used.
Even trying to find heat signatures, despite how incredibly good the sensors of this particular vessel are, because this is an ice world and it's through, that super. Again, the planet is mainly composed.
Just the
of molten
atmosphere is
copper.
too harsh for it.
Exactly.
No way to check unless we go down there ourselves or we follow a wake signature or we see the ship landing.
Mhm.
But we could stay, fly relatively stealthy, or maybe park somewhere that can overlook one of these places and wait for your response. That would be my suggestion. Wait here, watch, and wait for the response.
So
We'd
you guys-
also monitor from orbit and see if there's any like ships approaching or leaving these facilities.
I might be able to hack into one of their scanning satellites to boost that they ping as they land.
There you go. So you guys want to? So you're going to sit and wait for a little while, but do you want to kind of fly within enough range of a satellite that you'll be able to hack into it and kind of like pick up signals off of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Why not? Why not commit more crime?
Sure. There you go. So you're going to go over to one of the satellites that you feel as though is appropriate for it, and this actually
One of the
gonna be-
satellites of his company.
Of course. But actually, specifically, we're going to have Sid making this check. This is going to be an engineering check to know make and model and stuff like that.
That makes more sense.
Electronics, I think, is an engineering. Intelligence, of course.
Which one of us is rolling that?
You, Sid.
You.
We got it.
Yeah.
I thought I heard Eigelis in there.
I said that first, and then I corrected myself.
I know. It was like,
All right, so Sid, you do make the check. You see the you're able to find out which satellite is best. It is a short range, is what you're gonna have to maintain to the satellite to get accurate readings off of it, which is fine. 'Cause short range is still quite the distance, right? Just more or less means like this quarter sphere of the planet. So, Icarus, do your decryption to hack into it.
Sure.
Explodes.
I was trying to decide whether to just pass.
I mean, you could.
Issue is
I
if he
just
does
can't.
that,
Also do that and
you don't
pass.
know when action's going to take place.
Exactly. I want to say some because the inbuilt weapons of this chassis I need processing to use.
Yep. All right. So you are able to successfully hack into the
Pretty cool.
into the satellite, and we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're actually gonna take a break with us getting the call at the message. Meet in half an hour from Rebecca, and we'll come back to that conference. All right.
Text Carmine like you up.